Right, so I'll try to show you the visuals. There you see, this is Sarai Kalekha, and there we have traffic merging from different directions. We have, these vehicles coming from Meerut, from Noida, and then from Delhi as well. And this is the kind of condition because of the Bhairav Marg that is closed because of the water level. This is the kind of condition that has basically is being witnessed here on this particular intersection, where you are seeing long queues of vehicles, and in fact there you see the heavy vehicles. I'll try to show you the trucks as well. These trucks were trying to approach the western UP area but have been stopped because commercial vehicles are not allowed, and there you see the long line as well. This is Sarai Kalekha area. This is a kind of entry for Delhi whenever you are coming from western UP and specifically Noida, and this is the kind of condition. This is the morning hour, peak hour, and this is the kind of condition where we have long queues. Two of the sections, two of the roads basically have been closed because of the traffic, and then we have, increasing burden on ITO as well, and this is the reason why traffic has been diverted. But this has the kind of impact on this particular traffic where, these long queues of vehicles. In fact, if I can ask my camera person to pan the camera a bit, there
Absolutely.
you see this is the section from where you generally go for ITO, and, in the opposite direction you have the South Delhi areas. But as of now, traffic problem is very much there. In fact, vehicles are stuck in this particular traffic. This is the morning time peak hour, and this is because of the increasing water level in Yamuna.
Absolutely. Akash, thank you for that. Let's also cross over to CNN News 18's Nikhil Lakwani as well. Nikhil, let our viewers know where exactly you are, and then give us a quick update on the situation around you as well.
Aisha, we are currently reporting from outside the civil lines area. This is also one such prominent place because many of the officers reside of the Delhi government at this particular location. So now you can see that this is completely filled with water, and there is residential portion as well where many of the private people also reside. So the water has also entered inside their residences as well. In fact, the vehicles as well, which are the big vehicles which are owned by these private persons, it has also been submerged in water. So you can see that this is the situation of the national capital Delhi. The water level of the river Yamuna is already approaching the level of 209 meter, but at the same time you can see that the commuters are also facing the trouble. This is one such auto wala who has been stranded here, and we are going to try to at least talk to him as to what the situation is all about, because there is traffic congestion as well which is currently underway in part of the city. सर, मुझे पता है कि आप थोड़े परेशान हैं, अगर आप एक मिनट दे दें हमसे बात कर ले। आप यहाँ रुके हैं, क्या कारण है, क्या गाड़ी आपकी खराब हो गई है?
फंस गया था सर, इसकी वजह से थोड़ा सा मैंने कहा धुली लेता हूँ जब पानी ज्यादा है।
अच्छा, बट ऐसे समय पे फंस जाना जब आपका काम सबसे ज्यादा होता है, आपको लगता है कि आपके कारोबार का, आपका जो कमाई होगा उसका नुकसान?
क्या कारोबार करेंगे जब फंसे हैं थोड़ा सा, उसके बाद धुल के देखता हूँ, अगर कहीं रास्ता मिलेगा तो फिर कर लेंगे।
अच्छा,
अभी तो परेशानी है,
परेशानी बहुत ज्यादा है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, पूरा जमुना पर ITO भरा है, पूरा बस अड्डा, कश्मीरी गेट सब भरा पड़ा है।
अच्छा, एक बात बताइए, चूंकि आप ऑटो रिक्शा चलाते हैं, कब निकले थे आप? सुबह निकले थे, रात में? अच्छा, तब पानी था
पूरा 6 बजे से है।
Okay, so this is the person who has been stranded here. There is other side as well of this particular location where the people are not allowed to move beyond a particular point. We can also see some of the students who were, what we assume is that they were approaching towards the side of the schools, but they are not being allowed to move beyond a particular point. Also, I would urge my camera person to show you the visuals of the barricading as well. This is the particular lane which approaches towards the side of the residence of Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. So this has also been closed. On the other side, there is his government officer's flat as well. It is also inundated with water. So there are many of the places, Aisha, which has currently been affected by the water, which is gradually increasing. And also we have been given to understand that by evening or by late night, 209 is the mark which is said to be achieved by the Yamuna river inside the national capital Delhi. And there is crucial meeting as well which is going to take place from the side of the Delhi government as to what steps needs to be taken at the earliest. There is evacuation plan as well.
Absolutely, Nikhil.
Underway,
thank you so much for joining us and getting us that quick update. Let's now cross over to our other reporter, CNN News 18's Anshul Singh. Anshul, we're coming across to you. There seem to be a lot of people behind you. Tell us where you are and tell us more about the situation around you.
Well, yes, the situation around me is definitely very, very worrying. Over the past few days, we have seen that the entire, especially the North Delhi district, has been flooded by the water that has been coming from the Yamuna river. I'll just try and show you the visuals over here. the kind of situation that has evolved right here. I'm reporting from the Kashmiri Gate area. Now remember, this Kashmiri Gate area is a stretch. This stretch that you see, this traffic that you see on this stretch leads to the house of the Chief Minister of the national capital, whereas on the other hand, you see this water that has come out of the Yamuna river and is now spilled out on the roads this time around. And the water level, since over the last half an hour I've been here on the ground, and over the last half an hour the water level has continuously been increasing, and you can see the kind of traffic situation that has developed over here. But what is even more interesting, or what is even more shocking, is the fact that not a single traffic police personnel can be seen over here who is trying to manage the traffic out here, because you see the kind of situation that has evolved over here. Massive water locking that has engulfed this entire area, making sure that the traffic situation goes from worse to worse. And that is the reason why we are seeing that this entire stretch road leading towards civil lines and Wazirabad has been has nothing to do but is definitely engulfed in traffic and water that is flowing continuously out of the Yamuna river. Now the main priority of the local administration at this point in time is to make sure that the traffic flow remains smooth, because the traffic coming from the other side, that is from the side of Wazirabad, that has been closed absolutely, because the water levels is somewhere around 2.5 feet that is already on the roads at this point in time. So yes, the situation is worsening by every passing minute, and every drop of water that is coming from the Hatnikund Dam is definitely creating more and more ruckus, and the situation in the national capital is going from worse to worse. So now it remains to be seen as to how quickly can the administration make sure that not only the traffic situation but also the water levels are taken under control, so that the people who are suffering from this massive traffic jam on the Thursday morning, where they have to reach their workplaces, their offices, and they have to report there, they all are stuck out here. Even the buses that are coming from the side of Punjab and Haryana, they have been asked to stop at Singhu border, which means that the commuters traveling towards the national capital are also facing many issues.
Thank you so much for that quick update. We're also going to quickly cross over now to CNN News 18's Yash Goyal. Yash, over to you. Tell us about the situation.
Well, Aisha, right now I'll get you the closest look of the Yamuna river. In fact, this is the closest one could get right now to this very river, which is actually flowing way above the danger mark. You can see how aggressive is the flow of this river right now. And in fact, the currents are flowing very high. The current level of water which is flowing, the speed of water is very high. In fact, this is Yamuna river on the screens. And in fact, right now, if I tell you, this is the Neeli Chhatri Hanuman Mandir area, which is a very famous temple here in the national capital. And in fact, this is near, this is actually near Yamuna Bazaar area. The other side of Yamuna Bazaar area, the one side is already inundated in water, and this is the other side which is also bearing the brunt of these heavy floods. In fact, you can see in these visuals how high the current of the water is right now, and in fact in the nearby areas also the water has very much receded. You can see in these visuals how water is continuously making way inside the low-lying areas which are located near the Yamuna bank. In fact, this is a temple located over here, and in fact this entire area has also been cordoned off by the police officials. And in fact, this is the very road which actually connects to the central Delhi area. In fact, now this entire area stands blocked. In fact, this area has also been barricaded by the police officials. So the situation is extremely worse over here. In fact, the water on one side, the water is knee deep, and on the other side, the river Yamuna is flowing at the highest ever levels. And in fact, the flow is so high that in fact the NDRF officials couldn't get to the one side of this river when they tried to actually rescue some people. But as of now, no death has been reported. That is the silver lining in this entire situation.